Happy Thanksgiving, cats. It's Thanksgiving Day, 2016. It's a dreary day. It's a little chilly, probably in the 40s, I'm gonna guess, low 40s. And that we've had some rain right now. It's like a mist coming down. So, looking forward to a feast today. V and I are gonna have some food. You know, the typical Thanksgiving dinner we'll cook. Actually, she's already done a lot of the cooking, so we just need to throw the stuff on our plates and stick it in the microwave, and we'll have our Thanksgiving meal. So I'm looking forward to that because I'm getting hungry. But anyway, you know, we were reflecting on what is Thanksgiving and what exactly is the history of it. I'm not sure if you know all of that or not. Thanksgiving was designated a national holiday by Abraham Lincoln during the Civil War. But preceding that, the whole thing originated from the Pilgrims. And the Pilgrims were those that left England to find a new country for their freedom of religion. And they sailed across the Atlantic Ocean. And they landed ground at Cape Cod along by the Hudson River area. And it was a very long, rigorous voyage for them. They were glad to finally reach land. And when they did land at the place, it was called Plymouth, or so they named it. They were met by very suitable living conditions as far as plentiful game and resources they could survive off of. So they decided to set up camp there, and it wasn't long after that that the Indians found them. The Indians were kind of skulking around through the woods. I think the Indians actually stole some of their tools when they were trying to set up camp. There's some definitive history on that, and you can actually read some of the Old English version of that by William Bradford, who wrote Of Plymouth Plantation. And you know, if you got a computer there, go online, just look up Of Plymouth Plantation. And it's some very interesting reading. Of course, it's very hard to translate. Some of it's in really Old English. Nothing like modern English. So you just kind of have to put the sentences together and try to make the best out of it you can. But it talks about the whole thing, you know, about them sailing across the ocean, about them landing in the Americas, and then about them meeting the Indians. The first Indian they met was Samoset, and he was friendly, and he did speak some English. So they were amazed by that. But here he had learned English from English fishermen that would come over to fish along the coast there. And Samoset introduced them to Squanto, probably another familiar name you heard about when you were in grade school. Squanto was a real Indian. So they learned a lot from the Indians. The Indians told them how to survive, how to grow their crops, how to hunt. And as far as the first Thanksgiving meal, there's different stories. I think you'll find if you start to research it. I don't know that there's a real definitive story about it, but some facts say that it was a 3-day feast. There's no record of turkey ever being served on the first Thanksgiving, so that's a strange one. Although turkeys were prevalent in the area, it says that they sent a party out to hunt fowl, which it doesn't record what kind of fowl. It said pretty much waterfowl, so they were hunting ducks or something like that. And also the Indians brought venison or deer, so they do have records of that. But as far as, you know, what we have learned about Thanksgiving, you know, we have this vision of the Pilgrims sitting around a big table with the Indians and all holding hands and carving the turkey and all of that. And I don't think it really went that way. I think it was in November. They had a plentiful harvest. They were all tucked in, ready for winter, and they were just having a feast of thanks. And they invited the Indians to join them, and they cooked up whatever they had, and they ate it. And I guess they carried on a little celebration for about 3 days or so. So that was the first Thanksgiving. There's a lot of details to those historical records, and I like reading that stuff. I think it's pretty cool to hear it firsthand rather than hear somebody else's story about it. So if you're interested, look it up, Of Plymouth Plantation. And have a happy Thanksgiving. Don't eat too much. You know I will. I think we're going to eat here, and then we're going to go visit some relatives in town. So we're looking forward to a busy day, full day. So I need to get back in the house and help start prepping some of the stuff for our meal, getting the table set and whatnot, so we can enjoy this day too. Happy Thanksgiving, guys.